Hello, everyone. Today, I want to talk about something serious, something we all see, but we don't always talk about. Maybe you felt it too. Sometimes the world around us feels unfair. Some people are kind, but some are not. Some people have too much and others have nothing. We see people hurting, but we don't always know why. This is the sad truth of society. It is not only in one place, it is everywhere. In every country, every city, every school, and even in our homes. We hear stories, we see people suffer, and sometimes we stay silent. Today I want to speak about these things. I want to share the truth. We will try to understand what is really happening. And maybe, just maybe, we will learn how to make small changes that can help. So please stay with me till the end. This video may open your eyes. It may make you see the world a little differently. Chapter 1. Why Society Feels Broken. Let's begin by understanding what society really means. Society is all of us. It is the people we see every day. Our family, our friends, our neighbors, our teachers, and even strangers on the street. When we live together, when we follow rules, help each other, and share space, we are part of a society. It should make us feel safe. It should make us feel supported. But today, many people feel like something is wrong. They feel that society is not what it used to be. It feels cold. It feels distant. And many people feel alone, even when they are not alone. This is a strange feeling, isn't it? You may be sitting with your family or walking through a busy market, but still, inside, you feel lonely. Why does this happen? One big reason is that people have started to care more about money, things, and image. We want to look rich, act smart, and be better than others. We compare ourselves all the time. We see others on social media and think, they have a better life than me. We look at someone's clothes, phone, or house and decide if they are worth our time. This is not how it should be. Kindness, respect, and love. These are the things that should matter. But today, we often forget them. People are busy. Everyone is running. Parents are working too much. Children are always on screens. Friends don't meet face to face. Even when we are together, we are not truly present. We are thinking of other things. We are distracted. This makes the heart feel empty. It makes people feel unseen. When no one truly listens, when no one truly cares, a person feels broken inside. Another problem is the fear of being judged. Many people feel like they have to hide their real self. They smile when they are sad. They say, "I'm fine," when they are not, because they worry. If they show their true feelings, maybe others will laugh or walk away. This fear of judgment is strong. It stops people from asking for help. It stops them from opening up. So they stay silent. They suffer alone. And slowly, they feel disconnected from everyone. And society, it does not always help. Sometimes it makes things worse. It teaches us to be strong by hiding our emotions. It teaches boys not to cry and girls to be quiet. It teaches us to ignore the poor, to laugh at the weak, to stay away from people who are different. These lessons are wrong, but many people follow them. And that's why society feels broken, because we are not caring for each other the way we should. But it doesn't have to stay this way. Even if the world feels cold, we can choose to be warm. We can choose to be kind. We can listen when someone needs to talk. We can stop judging people by how they look or what they have. We can try to understand their story. When one person chooses kindness, it can start a change. It may be small, but it matters. So yes, society feels broken, but it's not too late. We can fix it, one step at a time. And the first step is understanding why it feels broken in the first place. Now that we know, let's move forward and look at something that makes this even worse: the pressure to be perfect. Chapter 2. The pressure to be perfect. Today, everywhere we look, we see perfect pictures. We see perfect people on social media, on TV, in movies, and even in advertisements. They always look happy. Their skin looks smooth. Their homes are big and clean. Their lives seem full of joy and success. But real life is not like that. Real people have problems. They cry. They feel sad. They feel tired. They don't always smile. They don't always win. But this is the part we don't see. We only see the highlights, the best moments. And because of that, many people feel like they are not enough. We begin to compare ourselves. We think, why don't I look like that? Or why is my life not like theirs? This comparison starts early. Even children now compare their looks, their clothes, their toys. Teenagers feel the need to look a certain way to feel accepted. Adults feel pressure to show a successful life, even if they are struggling. Everyone feels like they must act perfect, speak perfectly, look perfect, even when they are not okay inside. This pressure is heavy. It makes the heart feel tired. It makes people feel like they are not good, just because they are not perfect. And this is the sad part. Many people are pretending. They smile in photos but cry when no one is watching. They post happy messages but feel lonely inside. They wear expensive clothes but feel empty in their hearts. The world has created a false idea of beauty, success, and happiness. We are told to hide our sadness. We are told not to show weakness. But this is not right, because every person has value, even with their flaws. No one is perfect, not even the people in the pictures. This pressure to be perfect also brings stress. People work too much to earn more, to buy more. They skip sleep. They forget to rest. They stop enjoying small things because they are always chasing the next big thing. Some people even feel sick inside their minds. They get anxiety. They feel like they are not doing enough, and they feel scared to fail. But failure is part of life. Mistakes are part of learning. We all fall sometimes, and that's okay. So what can we do? We can start by being honest with ourselves and with others. It's okay to say, I'm not okay today. It's okay to rest. It's okay to not have everything figured out. We need to stop chasing the fake life we see online and start living our real lives. We need to accept ourselves as we are. With our dreams, yes, but also with our fears, with our strengths, and with our weaknesses. It is also important to be kind to others. We don't know their story. Maybe they are also trying hard to look okay when they are not. A kind word, a smile, or just listening can make a big difference. Let us stop judging others. Let us stop expecting everyone to be perfect, because no one is. So, the next time you feel like you are not enough, remember this. You are not alone. You are human. And being human means having ups and downs. You don't need to be perfect to be loved. You don't need to be perfect to be important. You just need to be real. Now, let's go deeper into this idea and talk about something even more important. How we see the value of a person in our society. What really makes someone valuable? Is it money, beauty, or something else? Chapter 3. The value of a human. Let's talk about something very important. The value of a person. In today's world, it often feels like people are treated based on what they have. If someone is rich, people respect them more. If someone is poor, they are sometimes ignored. If someone wears nice clothes or drives a big car, people want to be their friend. But if someone looks simple or does not have much, others walk past them without even saying hello. Is that fair? Is that the right way to see a human being? The truth is, every person has value, not because of money, not because of their job or their things, but because they are human. A person's true value comes from their heart, their actions, and their thoughts. A kind person who helps others is more valuable than someone who has everything but cares about no one. We forget this sometimes. We look at someone and quickly decide if they are important or not, just by their appearance or status. But we don't always know their story. This happens everywhere, in schools, at work, even inside families. In school, some children get more attention because they get high marks. Others, who may be kind or creative, are often left behind. In offices, people with big titles are treated better, while others are not respected, even if they work just as hard. And sometimes in families, parents may give more love or respect to the child who earns more money instead of the one who stays home to care for them. These things hurt people. They make them feel invisible. They make them feel like they don't matter. But imagine this, a world where every person is seen, where every person is heard. A world where we don't ask, "What do you have?" but instead ask, "How are you?" That would be a kinder, better world. We must learn to look deeper. A person's value is in their kindness, their honesty, their courage, and their love. These things don't cost money, but they are priceless. We also need to remind ourselves not to judge others too quickly. Someone who is quiet may be full of wisdom. Someone who looks sad may be very strong inside. Someone who is poor may be rich in heart. If we only look at the surface, we miss the real beauty inside people. We miss their true value. So, how can we change this? We can start with small steps. Say thank you to the person who cleans your street. Smile at the shopkeeper. Listen to the quiet student in your class. Treat everyone with the same respect, no matter what job they do or what clothes they wear. When we do this, we help build a society that sees people as people, not as numbers or positions. The value of a human is not in their things. It is in their soul. Every person has something to offer. Every person has something to teach us. When we begin to see each other this way, the world becomes a better place, not just for others, but for us too. Now that we understand the true value of a human, let's move to something that many people are chasing today: Success. But are we chasing the right kind of success, or are we running in the wrong race? Chapter 4. Success and the Wrong Race. Let's talk about success. What does it really mean? Many people think success means having a big house, a fancy car, a high-paying job, or thousands of followers on social media. We see people showing their lives online, expensive food, new clothes, holidays in other countries, and we start to believe that this is what success looks like. But is it really? This kind of success is like a race, but it is a race with no finish line. People keep running, trying to earn more, buy more, and be more. And while they are running, they forget to enjoy life. They miss the small, beautiful moments. They don't spend enough time with family. They don't rest. They stop doing the things they love. Slowly, they lose their health. They feel tired, but they keep running. They are afraid to stop because they think stopping means failure. But maybe the real failure is forgetting to live. Sometimes we run this race without knowing why. We think we are doing it for our family, for our future, for respect, but deep inside, we feel empty. We feel tired. That is because we are chasing something that does not bring peace. Yes, money is important. We all need to live. But when we make money the only goal, we miss everything else. So, what is real success? Can it be something simple? I think it can. Real success can be living a peaceful life. It can be being kind to others. It can be having time to laugh with your family. It can be going to sleep without stress in your heart. Real success is different for everyone. For one person, it might be teaching children. For another, it might be growing a garden. For someone else, it may be taking care of their parents. These things may not make you rich, but they give meaning to your life. Success does not have to be big or loud. It can be quiet and simple. You don't need to show it to others. You just need to feel it in your heart. If you wake up and feel thankful, that is success. If you help someone and they smile, that is success. If you follow your passion, even when it is hard, that is success too. So, how can we stop running in the wrong race? First, we must stop comparing ourselves to others. Their path is not our path. We must also ask ourselves, what makes me happy? And what do I really want? These are simple questions, but they can help us find the right road. It's also important to slow down. Rest is not a waste of time. Spending time with loved ones is not lazy. Taking care of your mental health is not weak. These things are important. They are part of real success. The world tells us to go fast, but sometimes we find the best things when we go slow. In the end, success is not about how high you climb. It is about how well you live. Are you kind? Are you honest? Do you bring peace to others? Do you have peace inside yourself? If the answer is yes, then you are already successful. Now that we have talked about success, let's talk about something many people are losing: compassion. In the next chapter, we will explore why kindness is disappearing and how we can bring it back. Chapter 5. The Forgotten People. Let's take a moment to think about the people we often don't see. They are all around us: the poor, the elderly, the homeless, the sick. They live in our cities, in our towns, and sometimes even in our own neighborhoods. But still, they are often invisible. We walk past them. We don't make eye contact. We look away. Not because we are bad people, but because we are told not to stop. We are told to move on, to mind our business, and to focus on our own lives. But is this right? These people are part of our world. They are human, too. They feel pain, just like we do. They feel sadness, fear, and loneliness. Some of them had normal lives once, jobs, homes, families. But something changed. Maybe they lost their job. Maybe they got sick. Maybe they had no one to help them when things got hard. Life can be cruel sometimes, and when people fall, they often fall alone. In many places, when someone is old, they are forgotten. Their words are not heard. Their stories are not valued. When someone is poor, people often blame them. They say they did not work hard, or they made bad choices. But we don't always know the truth. Maybe they did work hard. Maybe life was just unfair. It happens more often than we think. Even children on the streets, many people just walk past them. No one stops to ask, "Are you okay?" or "Do you need help?" We are afraid. We are busy. We don't know what to do. But ignoring them does not make the problem go away. It only makes it grow. The saddest part is, when people are treated like they don't matter, they start to believe it. They stop hoping. They stop dreaming. They begin to feel like they are not important. And that is not true. Every person matters. Every person has a story. Every person deserves love and care. So, what can we do? We may not be able to change the whole world, but we can do small things. And small things matter. We can smile at someone who is lonely. We can listen to an elderly person's story. We can give a warm meal to someone who is hungry. We can teach a child something useful. We can share our time, not just our money. Even one kind word can bring light to someone's day. We can also speak kindly about others. Let's not laugh at those who are poor. Let's not talk badly about people who are different. Let's not ignore pain just because it makes us uncomfortable. When we care, even a little, we bring back hope. We help someone feel seen. We remind them that they still matter. It is easy to forget people who don't speak loudly. It is easy to ignore those who have nothing. But when we remember them, when we reach out to them, we are not just helping them, we are also healing our own hearts. Because compassion is not only for others, it makes us better people too. So next time you see someone sitting alone, someone who looks tired or sad, don't just walk away. Look at them. Smile. Say hello. Show them that they are not invisible. Show them that they are still part of this world. Now let's talk about something else that makes society even more divided. How people are treated differently just because of their race, gender, or background. In the next chapter, we will explore discrimination and how we can fight it. Chapter 6. The problem with education. Let's talk about education. Education is something every child deserves. It should help children grow, think, ask questions, and understand the world. But in many places, education has become something else. It has become a race for marks, a race for ranks, a race to be number one. Children are not learning to understand. They are learning to remember facts just to pass exams. And this is a big problem. In many schools, students are told what to think, not how to think. They are told to copy what the teacher says. They are told to study only what is in the book. If they ask questions, sometimes they are told to stay quiet. But learning is not about staying quiet. It is about being curious. It is about asking why and how. But this kind of learning is often missing. And because of that, many children feel bored, tired, or even scared of school. Some children don't even get a chance to go to school. Maybe their family is too poor. Maybe they live too far away. Maybe they have to work to help their parents. This is very sad. Every child has a right to learn. But not every child gets that chance. And even the ones who do go to school, many of them are not learning in a way that helps them grow. They are learning just to pass. Also, the way we measure students is not fair. If a child gets low marks, they are told they are not smart. Some are even called failures. But is that true? No, it's not. Not everyone learns in the same way. Some children are good at drawing, some are good at music, some are kind and helpful. But these things are not in the exam paper. The system only checks numbers, not heart, not creativity, not kindness. And that's why many students lose confidence. They feel like they are not good enough, even when they are full of talent. There is another problem. In many schools, there is too much pressure. Children are told they must always win. They must be the best. This pressure takes away their happiness. It makes them afraid of making mistakes. But mistakes are how we learn. If children are too afraid to fail, how will they try new things? How will they grow? So how can we fix this? We need to change the way we see education. Education should not just be about books and exams. It should also teach values. It should teach kindness. It should help children find their own voice. It should help them understand others. We need to teach children to think, to imagine, and to work together. We also need to listen to children more. Every child is different. Some learn fast, some need more time, and that's okay. We must create space for every kind of learner. We must make school a place where children feel safe, respected, and happy. A place where they are not afraid to ask questions. A place where they are not afraid to fail. And we must support teachers too. Teachers are not just people who give homework. They shape young minds. They need training, support, and respect. A good teacher can change a child's life, but only if they are given the tools and time to do it right. In the end, education is not just about getting a job. It's about becoming a good human being. A system that only teaches marks but forgets morals is broken. But we can fix it, slowly, step by step, by choosing to care more about people than scores. In the next chapter, we will look at how the media, the news, the internet, and social media shapes our minds and sometimes spreads fear instead of truth. Chapter 7. Technology and the human heart. Technology has changed our world. Today, we can talk to someone far away in just 1 second. We can learn anything on the internet. We can watch movies, play games, and even study, all from one small phone. This is amazing. We are lucky to live in a time like this. But while we are more connected than ever before, many of us feel more lonely than ever. Isn't that strange? Look around. People sit together in the same room, but no one is talking. Everyone is looking at their screen. Families eat dinner, but each person is scrolling on their phone. Friends meet, but instead of talking, they take pictures for social media. Children don't play outside as much. They stay indoors watching videos or playing games. Even when we are with others, we are not really with them. So what is happening? The truth is, technology is helping us, but it is also hurting our hearts. It is making us forget how to connect in real life. A message on a screen is not the same as a real hug. A like on a photo is not the same as someone saying, "I care about you." Real connection needs time. It needs presence. It needs feeling. Many people today feel unseen. They post happy photos, but inside they are sad. They get hundreds of likes, but still feel alone. This is because real love, real friendship, cannot be replaced by a phone. We are human beings. We need eye contact. We need touch. We need voice. We need to laugh together, not through emojis, but for real. Also, we compare too much. We see people online with perfect lives, perfect bodies, perfect houses, perfect holidays, and we think, why is my life not like that? But what we see online is not the whole truth. People only share the good parts. They hide their pain. So we end up feeling bad about our own lives, even when our lives are full of good things. So what can we do? Do we have to stop using phones? No, not at all. Technology is not the enemy. The problem is how we use it. We need to use it in a smart and kind way. We can set limits. Maybe we don't use phones during meals. Maybe we take time each day to sit with family without any screens. Maybe we go outside and walk. Maybe we call someone just to say hello. We can also take breaks from social media. We can stop checking likes and followers. Instead, we can check on real people. Ask, "How are you?" Sit with someone who feels alone. Talk face to face. Listen. These small actions bring back the feeling of being truly connected. We can also teach children to love nature, to enjoy silence, to read books, to play, and to dream. We can show them that real life is more than screens. It is in the trees, the sky, the faces of the people we love. Technology is a tool. Like any tool, it can be used to build or to break. If we use it with care, it can bring joy. But if we let it take over, we may lose the most beautiful thing we have, our human heart. In the next chapter, we will talk about what people really need in life. Not just money or fame, but simple things like love, peace, and meaning. Chapter 8. Why kindness feels rare. Have you ever had someone do something kind for you? Maybe they helped you carry something. Maybe they gave you a smile when you felt sad. Maybe they just listened when no one else would. It felt special, right? But here's the question. Why does kindness feel so special now? Shouldn't it be normal? The truth is, kindness has become rare, not because people are bad, but because many people are tired, busy, or afraid. Life moves fast. Everyone is rushing to work, rushing to succeed, rushing to keep up with others. In all this rushing, we forget to stop. We forget to care. Many people are also afraid to be kind. They think, what if the other person doesn't care? Or what if they take advantage of me? So, they stay quiet. They stay distant. They protect their own hearts by building walls. But these walls keep out love too. Some people grow up in homes or schools where they don't see kindness often. If no one teaches us to be kind, how do we learn? And on the internet, we often see arguments, insults, or hate. We don't see enough examples of simple, everyday kindness. That's why, when someone does something nice, it shines like a light in the dark. But kindness should not be rare. It should be everywhere. It should be in our words, our actions, and even in how we think about others. And the best part? It doesn't have to be big. Even small kindness can change someone's whole day. A smile at a stranger, a kind message to a friend, saying thank you, holding the door for someone, helping someone carry their bag, listening without judging. These things may seem small, but they are powerful. They tell someone, I see you. I care about you. You matter. Also, kindness is not just for others. It is for us too. When we are kind, we feel better inside. Our heart feels warm. Our mind feels peaceful. Kindness is good for the world, but also good for our own soul. And we should not wait for a big moment to be kind. We can be kind every day, in every place, in our homes, in our schools, at work, in the streets. We can teach children to be kind. We can show them how to treat people with respect. We can be the example they need. Even when others are rude, we can still choose kindness. Being kind is not a weakness. It is a strength. It takes courage to stay kind in a world that often forgets. But every time we choose kindness, we make the world a little softer, a little brighter. So, let's not wait. Let's bring kindness back, one small act at a time. Let's speak gently. Let's care more. Let's choose love, even when it's not easy. Because kindness should not be rare. It should be the way we all live. In the next and final chapter, we will talk about how we, as individuals, can bring real change. Even if the world is big, each one of us can make a difference. Chapter 9. Can we fix it? Yes, together. Now that we've talked about so many problems, you might be thinking, is there any hope? You might ask, can we really fix society? The truth is, yes, we can. But not alone. No one person can change everything. But many people, working together, doing small things, can make a big difference. We cannot always wait for governments or leaders. Sometimes they are too slow. Sometimes they don't listen. But we can start with ourselves. That's where real change begins. Not in big offices, but in small hearts. When you choose to be kind, you are already making the world better. When you help a friend, when you say a kind word, when you stand up for someone being treated unfairly, you are fixing a part of the world. One moment at a time. One choice at a time. It's easy to feel powerless. The problems seem too big. But remember, every big fire starts with one small spark. Every forest begins with one seed. And every great change in history, every fight for justice, every movement for peace started with one person who cared. One person who said, "This is not okay. I want to help." We don't need to be perfect. We don't need to have a big platform. We just need to care. And when we care, we act. We listen. We speak gently. We treat others with respect. We forgive. We share. We learn. And these small actions, they spread. People see them. People feel them. One act of kindness can inspire another. One honest word can change a heart. One brave voice can make others speak up too. If we teach our children to love, they will grow up kinder. If we treat people with fairness, others will learn from us. If we show respect to all, no matter their job, their background, or their looks, we create a culture of respect. Let's not wait for the world to change. Let's be the change. Let's bring hope where there is pain. Let's bring truth where there is noise. Let's bring kindness where there is coldness. Together, we can build a better world. Not perfect, but better. A world where people are not forgotten. A world where success means happiness, not just money. A world where children are free to dream. A world where technology connects hearts, not just screens. A world where kindness is not rare, but normal. You are part of this change. Your voice matters. Your choices matter. And your heart matters most of all. If this video made you think, if you felt something, then please share it. Let's start a conversation. Let's try to make the world a little better. Like the video, comment your thoughts, and don't forget to subscribe. There are more videos like this, videos that help you learn, think, and grow. Thank you for watching. Let's keep learning together.